Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Rasbihari Radha Rasbihari Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Sri Sri Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtotra Sita Sri Srimad Abhayacharanavinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtotra Sita Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Parama Ekadashi Mahamahotsav Ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. हरे कृष्णा. आज एकादशी है. ये एकादशी पे जो कोई भक्त whoever came to ISKCON Juhu, we welcome all of you. Happy Parama Ekadashi. So for devotees, every day is a festival, but especially whoever came for the first time, whoever came on the occasion of Ekadashi, we request, make every day as a festival. Hare Krishna. Let's start with some prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamineti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are reading from I Will Build You a Temple, the Juhu story by His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj. In this book there are several chapters. First chapter, Arriving the Scene. We have completed that. Battling with Nair, Dealing with Nair, Mr. Nair. Now the second chapter, Facing Challenges. In this Facing Challenges, we have completed first section, Removing the Obstacles, where Mr. Nair died. The second section, Laying Foundations. A foundation, a mandirka of this mandir, this temple, ISKCON Juhu, popularly known as, in Mumbai especially, popularly known as Hare Rama Hare Krishna Mandir. हिंदी में मैं कुछ सुन रहा था, आई विल ट्रांसलेट इन इंग्लिश ऑल्सो. अंधेरा में जुगनी के जैसा जुहू में हरे रामा हरे कृष्णा मंदिर आ गया. सो यही अंधेरी में, यही जुहू में जुगनू के जैसा श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी स्टेड हियर. सो ऐसा दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू सी. अंधेरी का पूर्व हिस्ट्री पता नहीं, आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज द हिस्ट्री ऑफ दिस प्लेस अंधेरी, बट फ्रॉम Prabhupada disciples we could hear that this place was a jungle. This was completely some village kind of, completely dark. Maybe that may be the reason, that's why it got Andheri. And in this Andheri we got a so effulgent, magnificent marble palace of SriSriRadhaRasbihari. So we are reading the history of this temple, this foundation, from this book, the Juhu story, by His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj. So devotees, every Ekadashi we discuss from this book. Ekadashi is another big festival for Vaishnavas. It is just like a Janmashtami, Ramanavami for the Vaishnavas. Ekadashi is also such a great festival. On Janmashtami we discuss about Krishna. On Ramanavami we discuss about Rama. Jagannath Rath Yatra mood we discuss about Jagannath. Why on Ekadashi we discuss about Prabhupada? Because hearing about Krishna is not different from hearing about devotees of Krishna. We cannot know anything about Narsimha Dev if we don't discuss about Prahlad. If we cannot know anything about SriSriRadhaRasbihari if we don't know about His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we are discussing about his struggles, his conversations, his experiences, his dealings with his disciples. So I am reading from a page number 256 from this book. If you have any hard copy, you can refer. If you don't have, hear carefully. Hare Krishna. After Naranarayana left, we did not have a steady gardener for almost 2 years until Shanka Dasa arrived after Gaura Purnima in 1974. I didn't know how to do anything, Shanka later admitted. Shanka means Shanka Prabhu. On the 47th anniversary of celebrations of ISKCON Juhu, we could see all these great devotees coming to the ISKCON Juhu. We have a garden just beside Govinda restaurant. We had a big program there, and even in a ground. So Shanka Prabhu also came that time. Shanka Prabhu, who was a gardener. So still now, if you see in ISKCON Juhu land, many people, they come inside and they go out. Maybe they may purchase some books, they may eat something and take chappals and go out. But interestingly, many visitors, they don't know about many places within this Hare Krishna land. We have a Prabhupada quarters right there. Yeah, it's visible from here. Prabhupada quarters. You must visit this place in ISKCON Juhu, Hare Krishna land, Hare Krishna campus. You can visit. We have a library here. We have a Japa point here. Many people, of course, on the path they may see. We have Govinda's restaurant. We have BI, Bhaktivedanta Institute. We have a Bhaktivedanta college. I mean, we have classrooms where many visitors don't know. Maybe whoever got in touch with some devotees, they may know it. But many visitors, they don't know. We have many things in Hare Krishna land. We have one Hathi garden. Previously we had one Hathi there, elephant. Now the still name continues, Hathi garden. So we have that garden there. So we are referring little bit about this garden. Okay. So in 1974, before Gaura Purnima festival, His Grace Naranarayana Prabhu, he left from ISKCON Juhu. And Giridhar Swami Maharaj says, we didn't had any gardener who were taking care of flowers in the land, Hare Krishna land. If you see, in the temple, when the festivals comes, we decorate temple with so wonderfully with the different flowers. And every day, we get flowers in the hands to offer it to Prabhupada. Nice decoration of flower garlands on the deities. And we have Matajis who are making these flower garlands. So, we required flowers. We need flowers. ISKCON temples, in general, any temple, we required flowers. So for that, Prabhupada had a vision to have a garden so that we can have our own flowers. But we didn't have a gardener. But all of a sudden, after Gaur Purnima festival, we got Shankha Prabhu. But he says, I don't know how to do anything. He says, I don't know how to do gardening. But Prabhupada says, but I feel, okay, Shankha Prabhu only continues, he says, I feel in my heart that I was blessed by Prabhupada to learn gardening. When I arrived, Chaitya Guru, the temple commander, took me to Prabhupada and I said means Giridhar Swami Maharaj said. He said, Srila Prabhupada, you have asked me to, Shankar Prabhu says, Srila Prabhupada, you have asked me to come to Bombay. What would you like me to do? I want you to, Prabhupada responded, I want you to plant a flower in every square inch of Hare Krishna land, he told me. And we offered our obeisances and left. So Giridhar Swami Maharaj and Shankar Prabhu, they both went to Srila Prabhupada. And Shankar Prabhu newly came. He asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you want me to come to Mumbai? What should I do? Now, many devotees, this is a very, very natural way of admitting at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, our Guru, to a devotee. What should I do? So it is not whimsical, I came, I will do anything, something I will do. So Shankar Prabhu was very clear that he was called by Prabhupada and Shankar Prabhu is admitting, what should I do? So in an initial stage of Krishna consciousness, we feel very struggle to ask someone, kya karu? How can I progress in Krishna consciousness? But it is a very, very natural technique to progress in Krishna consciousness is to ask our guide, to ask our mentor, to ask our Guru, what should I do? So Shankar Prabhu asked, what should I do? Prabhupada responded very clearly, you make a flower garden, means plant flowers, plant a garden, trees, plants which can give nice flowers. In each flower garland, at least we required 5 flowers, minimum. So let's count. Jai SriSriRadhaRasbihari ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman ki Jai. So in this flower, there are 5 types of flowers. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Even though same flower but different color. So we can see that. So we required flowers. So that's why Prabhupada had this vision to have self-sustained flowers. Still now we purchase flowers from outside because we didn't have that much big garden yet because we have a small place. Prabhupada response afterwards, let's see that. But from Talasari farmhouse also we get some flowers. The next paragraph. The next day we went back for clarification. So Giridhar Swami Maharaj and Shankar Prabhu again went to Prabhupada for clarification. And I asked Prabhupada, would you like me to grow vegetables? Prabhupada said, no, he said. Our space is limited. It will be cheaper to buy them in the local market. Then they asked, what about fruits? Then Prabhupada responded, yes, guavas, chikus, bananas we can have. So, Hare Krishna land is limited, we have a limited space, We have big buildings, temple courtyard, guest house. We have small place. Of course, we had more small place because of after vacating some tenants, we got some more bigger place. So Prabhupada, keeping place in concern, he suggested, no need to have vegetables. Let's just have fruits and flowers. Now we don't have we have fruits, right? We have mangoes. We have mangoes coming up. Coconuts coming up. Recently we had coconut water in Brahmachari Ashram. We have mangoes, every year comes out. We make pickle out of it. Residents they take. We have fruits and flowers in Hare Krishna land. Still we required more. Because for offering to RadhaRasbihari, we go to Vashi market and get fruits. And every day, devotees go for flowers also to the market. So keeping in concern of the place, Prabhupada suggested, let's have flowers and fruits. Prabhupada passed, so after some time, Prabhupada passed by the garden every day on his morning walk. And sometime after Shanka's arrival, he noticed that there still were not any fruits and flowers growing. Then Prabhupada asked, where are the flowers? He asked Shanka. But there never were any. He just bluffing. Prabhupada says, Shanka, he's just bluffing. He doesn't know how to do. Prabhupada commented. He doesn't know what he's doing, simply bluffing. Shanka Prabhu, in the first only he admitted, I don't know gardening. But on the order of Srila Prabhupada, he came to Mumbai to take up this service of gardening. So, we may not be very expert in our services, but Prabhupada ordered, he asked to come and take up the service. Shanka Prabhu has taken up that service. You see, another great lesson we can learn from in this pastime, that we may not be expert, we may not have any skills and talents to perform services. But still, if you take up some responsibility, Krishna, Acharyas, they will empower us in the services. So it is my personal experience. I never know how to give these classes, sit on this. But it was an order, it was a service given. That's why sometimes now and then I sit here and speak. That's how I was little up, got some blessings of Vaishnavas and speaking something which inspires me and benefits some of you, maybe. So, if you take up the responsibility, the skills and talents will come on its way. No, Prabhupada is chastising Shankar Prabhu. There is no flowers, no fruits. Then one morning, after he had returned from traveling in India, Prabhupada went out for his walk and saw that the garden was full of fruits and flowers. He was very pleased with Shanka's service. And thereafter, Shanka would offer Prabhupada a flower every day and became known as Prabhupada's flower boy. Prabhupada's flower boy. So, after that, Prabhupada could see one day, a so nice garden with the fruits and flowers. And he was very, very happy, Srila Prabhupada. And from that day onwards, because Prabhupada got pleased, Shankar Prabhu, every day he was bringing one flower to Prabhupada. One flower. Now, all the visitors, whoever comes to temple, they should bring something with them to offer it to Krishna and Prabhupada. It is it is our etiquette when we are coming to see Rasraj. Actually, Andherika Raja, sahi say. He is Andherika Raja. So when we come to see him, we should bring something in our hands. Okay, of course, we come with a lot of love and respect in the heart, but in the hands also we should bring. If you forgot to bring anything, don't worry. We have a thali outside. You can get it. You can offer it something to Prabhupada and something to Krishna. So Shankar Prabhu is known as, from there onwards he was known as Prabhupada's flower boy. So even it's one thing which reminds me of Mayapur. Mayapur, before when ISKCON established there were fruits, there were flowers, a lot available in this Hare Krishna land of ISKCON Mayapur. But after several years of chanting of the holy names sufficiently, one devotee who is a sannyasi who commented this, he said, after so many years of Harinam Sankirtan in this Mayapur land, if you go to Mayapur, you will see big flowers, so many gardens, and we have a rice paddy, so many vegetables also there, we are growing there. So after several years of Harinam Sankirtan, the sannyasi, he was commenting. 10 years before, he was a Westerner. I don't want to take his name. He was a Westerner. He came long back. That time he was eating vegetables of the Hare Krishna land in Mayapur, smelling flowers, tasting fruits. But he comments after 10 years of Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan, Sankirtan Yajna in the Mayapur temple. He says, flowers, fragrance got increased. Fruits, taste got increased. Vegetables, taste, rasa. When we taste rasa, that got increased. So, this is the effect of Harinam Sankirtan. When we have a sufficient ecstatic kirtans, I hope everybody experienced ecstatic kirtan by Radha Krishna Prabhu today. When we have this sufficient Harinam Sankirtan, sadhana being performed in the Hare Krishna land, the taste of the fruits, smell of the fragrance of the flowers will increase. This is the effect of Harinam Sankirtan. Next paragraph. Shanka Prabhu. So Giriraj Swami Maharaj, out of his love, he is just naming his name, Shanka. But out of respect, we should take Shanka Prabhu. So Shanka Prabhu grew papayas, guavas, chikus, and strawberry, bananas, small and pink inside. Okay. And very sweet. One day, at the airport, when Prabhupada was about to depart for London, from Mumbai, is going to London, Prabhupada recalled. Okay, Shanka Prabhu recalled. I brought a big load of ripe bananas and asked Prabhupada if he would like one. So, because Shanka Prabhu is growing a lot of fruits, he brought a big basket of bananas. Because Prabhupada is leaving to London, to the airport he brought. And he asked Prabhupada, these are some ripened bananas from our garden. Would you like to taste one? Yeah, then Prabhupada, he opened his eyes wide and said, Prabhupada opened eyes, huh? Then he said, you grew this? Shankar Prabhu said, yes. I have grown them for you. Shankar Prabhu said, I have grown them for you. Because you ordered me, I grown this and I am giving offering it to you. Then Prabhupada, he grabbed one and peeled it and ate it all. A ripened banana, he just took up, peeled it out and ate it. And he said, these are very good. He said, now pass them out to everyone in the airport. Whatever was remaining bananas, pass them, distribute everyone in the airport. And while I was distributing the bananas, Harikesh, so Shankar Prabhu was distributing bananas, Harikesh Prabhu jumped up on the table and started preaching. Prabhupada really appreciated when he grew our own food. See, Harikesh Maharaj, he has taken this advantage. Okay, Prabhupada ordered to distribute bananas. Then he took the basket out and distributing bananas to everyone. Then Harikesh Maharaj jumped out, went on the top of the table and started preaching. So in ISKCON, we have these three things constantly. Wherever you go, these three things will be there. Harinam Sankirtan, Harikatha, Hari Prasad. So bananas were there. So immediately Harikesh Prabhu thought, oh, why not? Let's preach. They are taking bananas, let's preach. So he took up this opportunity to preach. Actually, before coming here, I was asking some devotees, what should I speak? One devotee commented, I'm just pasting it here. he said, what we can speak? On these pastimes, what we can speak? This whole Hare Krishna land, this palatial temple is built, founded actually by the Western devotees. All this Harikesh Maharaj, Shankar Prabhu, Giriraj Swami Maharaj, their heart struggles. If at all you want a real version of this Juhu story, you should read this book. I may speak something, whoever comes here on this book, they may speak something definitely out of their realizations. But if at all you want to know the true Juhu story, you should read this book. If at all you want to know the real hard struggles which the Western devotees went through to construct this temple, you should hear from them. That's the comment I received. I'm just pasting it here. Hardly I may, make out something, whatever I could learn something, whatever I heard from devotees, I can present it here. But I request strongly, please go through this book, Juhu story. Because we are taking so much benefit from this temple. Residents, we are taking a lot of benefit of this Hare Krishna land. And new devotees, they come and they take selfies, That's a proud. Why they take selfies? See, I'm at ISKCON Juhu. That's a pride moment for them. And they tag, they keep a story. This is a pride moment. This is a pride of Mumbai. ISKCON Juhu is a pride of Mumbai. Even though in Mumbai Yatra, I think 70 rupees, I don't know, some 700 rupees. One day trip throughout Mumbai they go. Yatra, Mumbai Yatra. They call Mumbai Yatra. So in that list of the places, ISKCON Juhu is one place. Of course, opposite place. Mukteshwar is also another place. So they come, they feel so proud. Yes, I visited ISKCON. So we are taking a lot of facilities of this temple, this land, Hare Krishna land, this palatial temple, Even these pillars, we feel so great. These trees, they are so privileged to be here, every day taking darshan of Radha-Rasbihari. So if at all you want to know the true story, true Jewish story, we should read this book and hear from Prabhupada disciples, especially Western disciples who struggled for this temple. There were big rats. There were no Bisleri company even. At that time, there was no Bisleri company. We have a Bisleri company now. At that time, there was no Bisleri company. No, there was no Bisleri bottles or water bottles. They were tolerating all this and doing services to Srila Prabhupada. Going ahead. So that's how they were taking a preaching opportunity to preach in the airport. Next. One morning in April, so we are going to discuss something amazing next few minutes about first Guru Puja happened in ISKCON Juhu. Every day we do Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. So first Guru Puja started here in ISKCON Juhu. One morning in April 1974. Yes, this is a story. This is a time scale is going on 1974 to 1977. So 1974, one morning in April, after having returned to the temple from Juhu beach, Prabhupada, he went to Juhu beach and came back from Juhu beach and he greeted the deities. He greeted the deities with the Govinda Madhipurusham prayers. Prabhupada sat down to give Bhagavatam class. There was no Guru Puja at that time. It's a general routine. Every day it's happening. Prabhupada goes to Juhu beach for morning walk, comes to temple, attends Govinda Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So darshan happened and he sat down in Vyasasana to give Bhagavatam class. Now time scale is different. Now there is something in between. How it came, we'll discuss. Actually, Govinda Madhipurusham, I request, this is my experience which I would like to share. When the tape is going on, we can also sing along with, Kirtan. We can also sing Govinda Madhipurusham. I have observed sometimes devotees, they sing Because not able to understand the prayers, they sing in different way. They sing Govindam Adi Purusham Samahau Bachami. Even that is also okay. They pray, somehow please bachao, bachao. That is also okay. But somehow we should sing these prayers. So melodious prayers we should also sing. So after the greeting, deities, Srila Prabhupada sat on Vyasasana to give Bhagavatam class. And Tamal Krishna Prabhu asked him, he asked Prabhupada, if we could offer arati to him. At first, Prabhupada refused. So, we have an experience of doing arati to SriSriRadhaRasbihari in the Darshanarati. So, Tamal Krishna Prabhu, he felt, okay, why not do arati to Prabhupada also? Then he asked Prabhupada, can we offer arati to you? Then Prabhupada refused. But Tamal Krishna Prabhu pressed his entry, and ultimately Prabhupada agreed. So Tamal Krishna Prabhu pressed, yes Prabhupada, you should take arati. Then Prabhupada accepted, okay. So Tamal Krishna Prabhu offered arati, and Achyutananda Prabhu led the devotees in singing Shri Guru Charana Padma. Though he was practically the only one who knew the words. Achyutananda Prabhu only knew, he alone knew these prayers, Guru Charana, Prema Bhakti Chandrika. This is song taken from Prema Bhakti Chandrika, written by Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur is glorifying his spiritual master, Loknath Das Goswami. And this prayer only Achyutananda Prabhu know this. He started singing and Tamal Krishna Prabhu performing arati. Altar was opened. So generally, in front of deities, we don't worship anyone. According to Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we don't even worship Guru. Tulsi Marani also, we close and do worship. But this is happened very, very naturally. This is not planned. This is not planned and executed. It is happened very, very naturally. So Tamal Krishna Prabhu asked, would you like to take arati? He initially refused, but said okay. Prabhupada accepted it. But Prabhupada, he accepted with a great reason. Externally seeing, it happened very naturally. I say, hote chala gaya, aa gaya. Guru Puja started. But Prabhupada accepted with a great purpose. So I was just reading Prabhupada offering, Vyasa-puja offering to his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. He writes very wonderfully. In his Vyasa-puja offering, he writes to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Very interesting. I will read it out. Please hear carefully. Personally, Prabhupada is writing, personally, I have no hope for any direct service for the coming crores of births of the sojourn of my life. Prabhupada is expressing his gratitude to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Personally, I don't have any hope that I will get direct service to you for the crores of lives. But I am confident that someday or other, I shall be delivered from this mere of delusion in which I am present so deeply sunk. Therefore, let me with all my earnestness pray at the lotus feet of my divine master to allow me, that is a different section. So first point, so Prabhupada, he's praying to Bhakti Siddhanta, I don't have any chance that I will personally associate with you and do direct service. But I am very, very confident by your mercy, I will be taken out from this mare of delusion, this birth and death. And then he continues, please allow me to suffer a lot for which I am destined to do. See, Prabhupada, what a mood he is carrying in a Vyasa-puja offering to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. He is ready to accept sufferings for whatever he has done, But he has that hope by the unflinching mercy of the spiritual master. He has that hope and faith he has that mercy. He has that faith to getting the mercy of Bhaktisiddhanta. So when we perform Guru Puja, we should have this humble attitude. Even though externally looking, every devotee is smiling, jumping up and down, chanting loudly, Shri Guru Charana Padma, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Externally it looks like, wow, so ecstatic mood. But internally we should have this grave, deep attitude towards Srila Prabhupada. It is said, one time Srila Prabhupada commented, if at all you have disturbed, you have completely got frustrated in your personal life, come stand in front of me in Guru Puja. Pray to me sincerely. Everything will be resolved. Even if there are any management conflicts in leading the temple, managing the devotees, just come in front of Prabhupada. You just come in, attend in Guru Puja. Attend, be there in Guru Puja. Somehow or other, you all pains and sufferings will go away. And somehow or other, I have this personal experience. Some devotees, they comment, itna mota hai, kyo naaste ho itna? But no, I have this experience, When you just rise up your hands, say, take Jai Prabhupada or the deities names, whatever there in, stress, even morning stress. Even I experience sometimes morning stress. Sometimes waking up early morning will be difficult, but somehow with the closing eyes we come to Mangala arati. Somehow खींच के जब complete हो गया, अभी गुरु पूजा आया, eyes are getting closed. Somehow if you just rise up your hands and say the Srila Prabhupada name and deity's name, all the agony, distress which is there in the heart will fly away somehow. I have this experience. So this is the purpose Srila Prabhupada accepted the arati. To remove all the obstacles in the devotee's personal life. To remove all the management conflicts among the leaders of the society. If they once come in front of Srila Prabhupada, attend Guru Puja, everything gets resolved. So with a great purpose, Prabhupada accepted. Externally it looks like, oh, it happened very naturally. So this Guru Puja is not at the cost, even somehow or other, if you woke up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 6:30, because of bad health or because of some busy schedule, overnight schedule. But if you just make it point, attend Guru Puja. Because if you see also in the devotee circle, devotees somehow, they must have not come to Mangalarti, but somehow they will be there for Guru Puja. Because Guru Puja is such a potential activity in our morning program. Performing arati to Srila Prabhupada. One time, Prabhupada was there in one temple. I think Pradyumna Prabhu, he got new Shaligram Shilas. So he was, after this incident, after this 1774 April incident, from that time onwards, Guru Puja was very, very regular. Now, Pradyumna Prabhu got a new Shaligram Shilas and he started worshipping at that time, Guru Puja time. Then Prabhupada asked, he recognized, where is Pradyumna? Then Tamal Krishna Prabhu said, Pradyumna, he's in the room, Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada very, very seriously, strongly said this. Call out him. Guru Puja, attending Guru Puja is very important. So we may have many businesses in our life, preaching activities, following up, guest reception, many things. But we should try to attend this Guru Puja and make our visitors also attend this Guru Puja. And regarding flowers, so we have this, whoever comes to ISKCON at that time, particular time Guru Puja, everybody gets in their hands flowers. So we should not smell these flowers before offering to Prabhupada, I see sometimes devotees, they do this. New visitors at least. If you see anyone new, you can suggest them. We should offer Prabhupada fresh flowers, not smelled flowers. And another thing I heard from devotees that we should not throw flowers. Prabhupada, catch it. No, that is very, very wrong attitude. We should place a flower. Place. You have seen this video of small kids coming in queue, offering it to Prabhupada a flower, and they go in front of Prabhupada, pay obeisances. Such a wonderful video, that's a clip. In the Govinda restaurant, they constantly play this clip. So we should place a flower. We should offer with a humble attitude. So this should be our mood at the Guru Puja time. Just like Narottam Das Thakur had a great mood. Without your mercy, I cannot get any mercy of Krishna. So please bestow me your mercy on me. Narottam Das Thakur is praying to his spiritual master, Loknath Goswami. So we should carry that same humble attitude while Guru Puja is going on. Even though you can jump up and down, you can chant loudly, you can step for a music, but still in the heart we should have this grave and deep, humble attitude towards Prabhupada. So that's the Guru Puja. From that time onwards, this was the first official Guru Puja ever offered to Srila Prabhupada. It was a wonderful feeling for all the devotees to worship him in that way, singing and dancing and jumping in ecstatic mood. Of all the living entities in the entire universe, I was thinking we had to be the most fortunate. Not only did we have Prabhupada in our presence, but we would now be able to worship him with arati every morning. So Giriraj Swami Maharaj is feeling it. I am the most fortunate in the world. Because two reasons. We have a first class transparent medium of Srila Prabhupada, who is a Srila Prabhupada. Very transparent medium, very humble, a pure devotee of Krishna. Authorized, bona fide, coming from authorized, bona fide parampara. We have such a great, wonderful Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. And second reason, that we are able to get an opportunity to worship him. This made feel Giriraj Swami Maharaj humbled and great fortune. So how many of us we feel that? I thought, in my case, rarely, somehow I feel little tinge of it, not regularly. Because when we see people, our emotions, our thoughts will get flowed away along with the people. But that's why we try to close up. In my New Bhakta training, I got this training somehow. In front of deities, have this posture of Vandana in front of the deities. If at all you are not raising your hands, you can have a pose of Vandana. We may not feel that humble, but when we fold our hands, we may feel it. We get that feeling. We may not have that attitude in the mind, but when we fold our hands, we may get that feeling. Our eyes may carried out by many attractive, beautiful features of ISKCON temple presence, but somehow or other we should tune our vision towards Srila Prabhupada or deities. And if you see, when the arati is going on, maybe not afternoon arati, many people gather there in front of Radharasbihari. Many people gather there in front of Radharasbihari. But when you see inmates, means serious devotees, if you observe carefully, in the Mangalarti time or Guru Puja time, they gather in front of Gaur Nitai. Because we have Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master there. And our whole worship set is here, in front of Gaur Nitai. So that should be our attitude while Guru Puja is going on. So, going ahead, this was a regular activity started in all the ISKCON centers. They passed a message in all the centers throughout the world, in all the nations. From that time onwards, every day, after Japa, after Darshanarati, right after Darshanarati, Guru Puja, and then Bhagavatam class. So on this Ekadashi, take a vow. I request all of you, take a vow, at least to attend Guru Puja. At least to attend Guru Puja. You may be very much busy, but attend Guru Puja. Of course, as Srila Prabhupada said, whole morning program is most important. But at least Guru Puja, where we present ourselves. Sir, present sir. My who ISKCON mein abhi bhi. Still I am there in ISKCON. We are, making a presence in front of Srila Prabhupada. And if you see senior devotees of ISKCON, our management also, they make sure somehow or other, even in bad health, they make sure they come for Guru Puja. So I will go ahead a few more paragraphs. In Kolkata, to purchase things for Nairobi temple, Brahmananda Prabhu had got a pair of padukas, the wooden tongue slippers worn by sadhus, had them covered with a silver and engraved. Prabhupada's names was there, entitled as a founder Acharya. My idea, he said later. Okay. So here, for Guru Puja, we have in front of Srila Prabhupada, we have these padukas, right? So Brahmananda Prabhu, when he went to Calcutta, he was in charge of Nairobi temple at that time, 1974. He came to Calcutta. When he came to Calcutta, he went in market and got this, there is material, plaster of Paris kind of. When we have a print on it, Prabhupada Paduka's print will come on it. So Brahmananda Prabhu got this thing and asked Prabhupada for print. Prabhupada gave this. And this is his idea, Brahmananda Prabhu's idea to take it to Nairobi temple. Not only Srila Prabhupada Murti, along with Srila Prabhupada Murti, it is an idea to have a padukas of Srila Prabhupada. So that's how even in ISKCON Juhu we have this padukas. He said, it's my idea, was too much, was to touch them to Srila Prabhupada's feet and then bring back to Nairobi and worship them on the altar. Of course, Brahmananda Prabhu thought of altar. So one morning at the Guru Puja, I ceremoniously placed them on the cushion Prabhupada's feet, where the devotees offered flowers. Then Prabhupada saw them and showed his approval. So it's the idea of Brahmananda Prabhu, and Prabhupada smiled and approved it. Yeah, that's how in all the ISKCON temples, along with Srila Prabhupada Murti, we have Prabhupada Padukas also for being worshipped. So when we offer flowers, we should offer it at the lotus feet of Prabhupada. Yes, that's another lesson we can understand. Guru Puja was a special feature of our experience with Prabhupada in Bombay. But then, when I went back to Africa, Bhagavata recalled, I told the devotees that this was how we are going to have a morning program with Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. And similarly, when other devotees went to other temples, they instituted this standard. This standard they instituted. And without our making any effort, the news spread to all the centers. And soon devotees everywhere were offering arati to Srila Prabhupada as a Guru Puja right before and after greeting the deities. Okay, so right after. Right, some temples before Darshanarati, some temples after Darshanarati. It is said right before or after greeting the deities. So, okay, the next discussion comes about simplicity. That we can have next time. So maybe I thought to have this discussion also. We have 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I will cover this topic of simplicity. Next, going ahead. The previous year, when Tamal Krishna Prabhu had told Srila Prabhupada how Mr. Nair had bluffed me, Prabhupada had replied, Giriraj is simple. What can be done? So Tamal Krishna Prabhu reminded Prabhupada how Mr. Nair bluffed us. Then Prabhupada responded, what to do? So Giriraj Swami Maharaj is writing about himself. Prabhupada commented on Giriraj Swami Maharaj. He said, what to do? Giriraj is very simple. What can be done? So Giriraj Swami Maharaj writes, his words had stayed in my mind and I considered my simplicity a fault, a disqualification. So Giriraj Swami Maharaj is feeling that because I was simple, Mr. Nair cheated me. So Giriraj Swami Maharaj is feeling being simple is a disqualification. This is his understanding. Now going ahead. Now some 16 months later, the topic of simplicity came up again. While I was reading Krishna book, Giriraj Swami Maharaj is reading Krishna book to to Prabhupada during his morning walk in Juhu beach. I was reading them, the salvation of Trinavrata, in which Lord Krishna defeats a demon who has assumed the form of wild wind. After observing such wonderful happenings, Nanda Maharaj began to think of the words of Vasudeva again and again. We had previously read how Nanda Maharaj considered Vasudeva a great sage and mystic yogi because of Vasudeva had foretold an incident that happened in Vrindavan, where Krishna was living. Prabhupada had remarked. Now Prabhupada said in the lecture, so Prabhupada commented, maybe we can take as a Prabhupada comment to Giriraj Swami Maharaj, says, Vasudeva is a Kshatriya, a ruler. But Nanda Maharaj, Vasudeva was a Kshatriya, a ruler, with a political eyesight. Vasudeva predicted, this may happen, but Nanda Maharaj, as a Vaishya, a simple agriculturist, thought, oh, Vasudeva is a foreseer. Now, this is the understanding of Giriraj Swami Maharaj. He says, I noticed that Prabhupada was applying the word simple to a pure devotee, Nanda Maharaj, and I was surprised. I wondered how a pure devotee could have such disqualification as being simple. Simplicity is not considered as a bad quality. He asked a question mark. I asked Prabhupada. So, one day Giriraj Swami Maharaj was reading a Krishna book to Prabhupada about the section of Nanda Maharaj, Vasudeva instructing Nanda Maharaj, go to Vrindavan immediately, protect your children's, Krishna. Then Prabhupada commented, see, Nanda Maharaj is so simple, so pure devotee. Previously, Giriraj Swami Maharaj thought simplicity was my disqualification. That's how I got cheated by Mr. Nair. Now, he's asking question. That question he's asking to Prabhupada. Being simple, simplicity is not considered as a bad quality? Question mark. Then Prabhupada replied, no. For him, it is all right. He is a Vaishya. So he should behave like that. So Prabhupada explains about simplicity. From there, I am presenting few points here carefully. So many times, we also get into that understanding. मैं अगर simple रहूँगा, if I am be so simple, my parents may take advantage of it. My friends may take advantage of it. My guides or mentors may take advantage of it and exploit me. So that's why many devotees, they avoid being simple. They avoid being simple with this understanding that, oh, if I am simple, they may exploit me. It is a very great popular idea outside also. Outside also people, they won't be simple. They are hypocritical. They speak bluff, they speak big things. But अंदर से कमजोर, अंदर से कुछ नहीं. So the same mentality we should not have. As a practicing devotees, we should not have this hypocritical nature. We should learn to be a simple. We learn to be simple. If at all you have a fear of exploitation, what is there with us to get exploited? Point is, what is there with us to get exploited? We don't have anything. Nothing is ours. If at all we have Krishna. What is the fear of exploitation? If at all some mentor, very technically exploiting you, keeping some pressure on you, this, what is there? Okay, let's see whatever Krishna acts, whatever Krishna does. So that's a mood of pure devotee. That is meaning of simplicity. Simplicity means not hypocritical. Be what we are, that's it. Be what we are. In front of our guides, devotees, we should learn to be being simple. Simplicity is a Vaishnavism. At the same time, simplicity, being simple doesn't mean that you are exploitation. Being simple doesn't mean that you are exploited. There is a popular statement, it says, we should be like childlike. We should be childlike, but not childish. There is a difference between being simple or acting like a simple or being hypocritical. We should not be childish, immature understanding. We should be simple. We should like childlike. We should be like childlike. Means innocent bhakti. We should have a deep, pure feeling for Krishna. simple heart for devotion. So we should not be like a childish, we should like a childlike. So that's being about simplicity. Hare Krishna. So we have 5 more minutes. If anybody has any questions, I would like to take comments. Yes, bro. Yes. We have 5 minutes. So make your question short. I will also try to make my answer short. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
My question is that you said that we should not throw flower on the flower. Sometimes humbly we throw. It does not exist the lotus feet. Sometimes I tried. I missed. So it is not a pride. It is a humility. If it reaches to the lotus feet, that is also my duty. The flowers should be reaching. So what is your comment on this?
In your question, I can see that naturality. Yes, you can offer, but try to go close, keep a flower. But with that humble attitude, if you have, that's okay. Even senior devotees sometimes, but we understand they have that attitude, the humble attitude. Hare Krishna. Yes, bro. Any other questions? Comment, bro. It's comment, right? Yeah. Any other questions, devotees? So we have discussed the 3 aspects in the whole throughout the class. First one is, Prabhupada, you asked me to come to this Mumbai. What should I do? Shankar Prabhu, by Shankar. From that we can understand our attitude of service. Lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, that the Prabhupada very naturally accepted Guru Puja. It was a very natural event of Guru Arati, Guru Puja, but for a great purpose. To resolve the conflicts among the leaders, to resolve personal problems, make it a point. Lesson number 2, attend Guru Puja with a humble attitude like Narottam Das Thakur. Lesson number 3, we should cultivate simplicity. We should not be hypocritical. And being simple doesn't mean stupid. These are the 3 lessons. Thank you very much. Yes, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण। एक समय रामेश्वर प्रभु जो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के सीनियर डिसाइपल है, उन्होंने बताया कि ये हरे कृष्ण लैंड है, ये 5 एकड़ जमीन है, हर एकड़, और श्रील प्रभुपाद के किसी 14 लाख में खरीद किया था। तो उनके पास केवल 2 लाख रुपए थे। तो 2 लाख रुपए के लिए नायर को बोले बाकी का कुछ टाइम एग्रीमेंट हुआ कि उतना समय देना है। तो बाद में क्या हुआ, 2-5 दिन बाकी थे, तो नायर बोले कि देखो आप एक वृद्ध व्यक्ति हो और आपके शिष्य लोग क्या है, विदेश से है, उनका भारतवर्ष में अनुभव नहीं है ज़्यादा कलेक्शन करने के लिए, मंदिर के लिए। तो ये 2 लाख रुपए में खा जाऊँगा और आप जगह खाली करके चले जाओ। तो प्रभुपाद से अमेरिका में न्यूयॉर्क का मंदिर बनाने के लिए उनके शिष्य लोग इकट्ठा किए थे डोनेशन। तो प्रभुपाद से फोन किए कि सारा पैसा लेकर आओ। तो शिष्य लोग वहाँ का सब पैसा लेकर आए और श्री प्रभुपाद के चरणों में अर्पित किया। और फिर उन्होंने 12 लाख जो बाकी था दे दिया और ये पूरा हुआ, और तब ये जगह अपने अधिकार में पूर्णतः आ गई।
जय हो।
तो श्री प्रभुपाद जी के शिष्यों की विशेष कृपा है कि उन्होंने अपना योगदान दिया, जिनके कारण हमें राधा जुड़कर सेवा करने का अवसर मिला है। हम उनके ऋणी। हरे कृष्ण।
Very true. Thank you very much for your comment, Rose. I like personally Hanuman Prabhu comments a lot. It looks very simple but very deep. So yes, we should thank the disciples of Srila Prabhupada who had struggled, who have given their lives for building up this Hare Krishna land. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Parama Ekadashi Maha Mahotsav ki, His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki jai.